There is a reason you were never taught this. Not because it's complicated, not because it's fictional, but because if you truly understood it, you would stop being controllable. This is not motivation. This is not comfort. This is about the architecture of reality and your place inside it. If you feel resistance right now, good. That means something inside you recognizes this. The first lie you were taught was subtle. You are your body. From that single idea, every limitation followed age. Status, fear, death, but ancient texts encoded something dangerous. In the Book of Enoch, there are references to hidden knowledge given to humanity, knowledge considered too powerful. In Hermetic tradition, especially within the mythos of the Emerald Tablets, the initiate is told that humanity forgot its origin among the stars. These weren't children's stories. They were warnings. You are not a biological accident. You are consciousness inserted into density, and density feels like amnesia. Look carefully at the world. Constant noise, constant distraction, constant emotional stimulation. You are rarely left alone with your own awareness. Ask yourself why. Because silence reveals something destabilizing. Thoughts are not you, beliefs are programmed. Identity is assembled. The system does not need chains. It needs identification. As long as you believe you are the character, you will defend the script. But the moment you realize you are the observer, the script loses authority. There is a mechanism in human consciousness that filters reality, it edits perception. It compresses infinity into narrative. It creates the illusion of separation. Without it, you would perceive too much. Mystics called it the veil. Psychology calls it ego. Neuroscience calls it predictive processing. Different languages. Same barrier. When that veil thins through trauma meditation, isolation or existential shock, reality destabilizes. Not because it's breaking, but because it was never solid. The fear you feel in those moments. Question mark, that's the ego sensing its expiration. Here is the part they never explain. Awakening is not bliss. It is isolation. You begin seeing patterns others dismiss. You question narratives others defend. You feel a subtle distance from the crowd. You try to explain it, but language feels insufficient. Because what you're experiencing isn't new information. It's remembrance. And remembrance is disruptive. It dismantles inherited belief. It dissolves borrowed identity. It erodes unconscious loyalty to systems you never consciously chose. This is why initiatory knowledge was once guarded. Not because it was evil, but because it dissolves illusions too quickly. Close your eyes. Notice that awareness is present. Now imagine your thoughts disappearing. Your name disappearing. Your history disappearing. What remains? Question mark. There is still something here. That something has no age, no nationality, no label. It was present before your first memory, and it will remain after your last breath. You are not inside the universe. The universe is appearing inside awareness, and awareness is what you are. If this is true, then fear of death is misplaced. The fear of failure is constructed. Fear of judgment is projection. The only real threat is forgetting again. Because when you forget, you shrink. When you remember, you destabilize the illusion. And systems built on illusion cannot control what sees through them. That is the forbidden knowledge, not rebellion, not chaos, but lucidity. If something inside you feels both terrified and calm at the same time, you're touching it. Comment, I remember if this resonated. Not as a trend, but as a signal. Subscribe if you're ready to go deeper, because what comes next is not about awakening. It's about integration. and integration is where power begins.